Hey girl, hey.
This
I
toy
want a squeaky noise.
Bo be like, y'all gonna hear me today.
I know that's right.
It's the Hey Girl, Hey podcast, Urban Media Today. Radio chick Kiki Brown checking in.
I'm the chatter chick, LaShawn Tipton. Hey.
And I'm y'all millennial chick, Jerry Tipton.
Bo with the squeaky toys in
Tell
the
him to put it
background.
down. Put it down.
He
Put
won't.
it down while you record though.
He won't.
So rude.
So we're reading emails as a
You
part
are.
of They
I'm
Said.
not.
One was actually from 4th of July.
Okay.
And being that we took off 4th of July, we didn't address it. But if you want to read it anyway, we can, because this is actually pretty funny.
Okay.
The email says, I've been invited to my brother's house for the 4th. He dates a white girl. She's nice, but the way I'm feeling right now about white folks ain't good. And I don't want to have to choke her on account of my feelings toward people her color. I know it's wrong, and we're supposed to love and forgive, but I'm too angry. I love my brother, and again, she's cool. Should I go or sit this one out? And am I wrong? I don't know if she went.
Yeah. Sorry that we took off, but we had some things to do.
We're not sorry.
But you weren't really. I'm not sorry.
We're not sorry.
It was a holiday.
I ain't sorry. No, hell no. Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah. She's wrong.
She's wrong for feeling the way she feels.
Her feelings
You
are
can't
valid.
just be saying she wrong and then be like,
she's wrong.
She's wrong.
She's wrong. Why is she wrong?
I mean, her feelings are valid. They're valid. Because that's the way she feels. But if she weighs it out, it's because of the way she's feeling about white people, not this girl in particular. This is her brother's girl. This is who he decides to date. And to miss a family function, something that family get together for because of one person, yeah, that's silly. To me. I think it's a little bit, I think it's immature. But it's a family thing. I mean, I'm not missing my time with my family because of one person that I dislike. And anybody will tell you, I've been to functions with people I do not like. I'm not missing the fun or, none of that because of that. I mean, it's to me, that's immature. But I mean, if that's the way she feels, then, cook your ribs on your own grill. Stay at home. I wonder how it went for her. She should just send another
email.
email.
Maybe she went and maybe they talked about it. Maybe they did talk about it.
Why not talk to you?
Awkward conversation.
Yeah.
What if he dated somebody she didn't like? I mean, he did, she dated someone he didn't like. She would have a problem.
Yeah.
I ain't like him because he's somebody, that dude's just fun. It's a date, whatever. I don't know.
She got millennial chick.
Yeah, so, I understand how she feels, especially now with everything going on. It's like you don't look at white people the same. However, if it was a situation where, because I have seen this on different occasions, if someone's dating a white person and they don't support in what's going on and they're just completely like negative about it, they're one-sided about it, then that is different. But you don't really know how this person is. And I'm pretty, if you're you're dating someone who's black, and with everything going on, it's like you should be supportive and you should be empathetic. You know what I'm saying? But I wouldn't miss out on a family function because of that. If anything, maybe that's a conversation she should have with her brother one-on-one.
Or maybe with the girlfriend.
Or the girlfriend, right? Or the girlfriend.
It depends on how long they've been together, too.
Right,
I mean, if this is, we don't know if this is the first one he brought to the cookout, or maybe this is who he dates. So, is it because of the climate you feel like that now? Because if he brought some other Karens to the, or whatever, Becky, whoever, to the cookout before, and you didn't have a problem, so now you got a problem because of the social climate. So, if that's the case, don't go to work. Don't go to grocery store. Don't do any of that. Because where they are there.
You can't ignore, and I'm not saying that you are, we can't ignore the fact that this is an issue and it's making a lot of people uncomfortable, because even white people are uncomfortable.
Right.
Some of them are so uncomfortable, they're super nice because they don't know how to react.
Right.
Where it's like tense everywhere. Everywhere you go, the supermarket, any little thing. I was watching What Would You Do earlier this week, and they were talking about a man who they staged an actor who wore a jacket that had the swastika.
The Confederate flag.
The Confederate flag. Not the swastika. Oh, excuse me. No, not that.
Yeah.
Sorry. There is a difference.
Yeah.
But how they staged conversation and how people, like they did it in New York and then they did it again in Mississippi. I think down south. Yeah. And both were just angry. It's so tense. But one lady was like, look, and another guy was like, look, just let it go. Like, everything is just so tense. Just, it's his jacket, it's his right. Just kind of walk away, and nobody wants to have the conversation. Everything is so tense, and you're not aware of where the situation is going to go. So it's like, let's just be quiet. Let's just not say anything. At the same time, you don't get problems resolved that way. You have to have that talk. You have to say something. You have to let somebody know that you're uncomfortable. I'm not sure if she told, oh girl, I'm not comfortable here. I'm not comfortable around people like you. Because what if she said, I'm not comfortable with people around you? Mm-hmm. Well, you land with somebody like me. Mm-hmm. The conversation has to be had.
Right.
I would have loved to go to that cookout.
See, right. Like I said, the conversation has to be had.
I'd be the one bringing the ice.
We definitely have to have the conversation.
I'll bring this. Let me see.
Let me bring the ice.
I got the wow.
I appreciate I think the conversation has to look at you, Kiki. I appreciate when someone asks. I just want us to have a conversation. I want my white brothers and sisters to have the conversation, because there's some things that they are just ignorant of, and that they were afraid to ask before, or not afraid. It's just because this is just the way they totally thought, and this has been their thought process for so long that they didn't have they're not having a conversation because this is the way they think, period. So I want to have it, and then I'm not, and this is just me, I'm not shouting out people if they haven't done anything. Like I have a relative that knocked on all of his, this dude is crazy too. I was going to shout him out, but I'm not going to do that because he's a nut. But he knocked on all of his cream-colored neighbors' doors because they had Confederate flags on their car, and knocked on their door and was like, yo, take that off your car. And I was like, dude, did you knock on their door? And he was like, yeah. And I don't know if that's
too much.
That's too much. It was on their car, and
that's their car. They pay that note.
They had that for so long. That's like
car.
Somebody wears the jacket. If they're not saying anything to you, or they can
mess with the Dukes of Hazzard, child.
Yeah, right, exactly. Remember, not all of us. Some
Jerry
of us
has no idea what
you didn't have it, but it's the Dukes of Hazzard. Some of us had the lunchbox, and they had the Confederate flag on the lunchbox.
Didn't even know what it was.
Nobody had no clue. So, yeah, I mean, maybe educated, but he's like, yo, banging on a door, like demanding that.
It was probably like,
what?
Beloved, if you don't get off my damn front lawn.
Exactly. Because what could have happened, they could have felt threatened and come to their door with a gun and shot him.
And they have that right.
They have that right. And so when I explained that to him, he was like, nah, because that's not what they do. Well, I would. Don't you knock on my door like that. I mean,
yeah, you can't do that.
You can't do it. But it was the demand he had on him. So I think the conversation should be had. The demand should be to legislators to take down some of these monuments because of what they stand for. I agree. At one time I said we shouldn't. Now the more and more I think about it, and I've been enlightened, we should take them down. History's in the book. I don't need to look at it anymore.
Right, exactly.
I don't want to look at this. So it's already written. Maybe educate ourselves more on it instead of, I don't want to walk past it. But
I was talking to Fred about that, and he was just saying, of course I had I heard it. So it was like, because I didn't understand what the significance was behind tearing down the monuments. We have another email too. But um, I said, why don't we, you're kind of erasing the past, and our children's children won't know outside of what we tell them where they came from. Mm-hmm. And I mean, he broke it down to me. He was like, maybe take those monuments and put them in museums.
That's what I heard.
At the same time, change the curriculum in school.
Yeah.
So that our children know the truth. How what the Star Spangled Banner actually means, what the ice cream song actually means, what the Confederate flag really stands for. And some colleges, universities named after white men who were also slave masters. And it's something that needs to be discussed. Like you said, we got to have the conversation. Here's the conversation we got to have. We got 3 minutes. Here's another email. Jerry wanted to read this one.
Jerry, you read that one. I'm going to eat my grapes.
You got it? I can read it.
No, you read it. Let's go.
How do I tell my girlfriend she's terrible in bed? I'm a lesbian, by the way. I love her heart. She's an amazing mother to her children, but the sex is not good. Boy, have we escalated to a totally different subject.
I know we
I don't want to cheat, but it's really hard. We tried everything. I know y'all ain't gay, but you seem to give good advice on some issues. I listen all the time. Can you help a lesbian sister out?
Yes, we
put my hand on my chin.
Yes, we can, girl.
Jerry's like, yes, we can, my lesbian sister.
I had a bad experience. And
got a great one too.
How do you tell her that she's dead?
A little grape.
So, okay. I've had bad experience.
I was going to say something. I'm going to regret it. I'm not going to say it. Go ahead.
Who? You.
I was going to say something, but I'm not because I regret it. Go ahead.
So now I'm becoming more vocal because people who know, like, I'm really shy, I'm laid back, and I'm like passive. So there were a lot of things I didn't say because I didn't want to hurt the person feeling or whatever like that. No, because you're in on it too. You need pleasure just as well. So now for myself, I'm becoming more vocal saying, oh, I like this. Can you do that? I don't like this, blah, blah, blah. So that's your girlfriend. You love her. Have a conversation with her. Say, hey, look, babe, I love you to death. You're my baby, blah, blah, blah. But there's some things that need to change. I don't know. Maybe you should try toys or, maybe watch a video or something together or something like that. There's ways you can do it.
You said they tried everything. Well, I don't know what I didn't ask.
No, but those.
And we don't have a list.
But
we're a lot of time.
It's all about, I think, converse a little bit more about it.
There's an episode of Girlfriends, although it wasn't lesbian, but Joan was dating, I forget who the young boy was, who was a sex addict.
Oh yeah.
And she had to teach him how to be intimate. So that's a good resource right there.
Exactly. And it's a shame, and you don't think about it because you're like, oh, they should already know. You know what I mean? No, they don't know. If you don't say anything, they're not going to know. And you're going to have to teach your partner.
They're killing it.
They think they doing it, and it's not.
You've been through that.
The only thing they're killing is your vibe.
I'm just like, it's just not it, because you have to enjoy it just as well as your partner.
Know what you do? Know what you do, Jerry?
What?
Yawn.
Like, or sometimes attitude, because I'm just like,
you want to kill a vibe, go ahead. But you know what, Jerry, you're right. I mean, I agree. I agree. Kiki's eyes got big on some of the things she said. I agree. Having a conversation, like with anything else in a relationship, have the conversation. We're always thinking people should know, and some people just don't know something when it comes to sex. I mean, they think that they're laying it down, and they're just not. And you become a great actress. You need an award for your performance.
Yeah.
And so have the conversation, or you'll be getting an EGOT. What is that? Isn't that a Tony, an Emmy, and
A
something?
Tony, an Emmy, a Grammy,
A Grammy. You'll get all that.
an Oscar.
So right, you'll be so upset.
You'll be upset.
You know.
So you're saying tell her the truth.
Tell her the truth.
How? And we don't have these. Babe, I'm sorry. This just is not working. I love you. I want to be with you. I think we really need to try some different things. Maybe try Karma Sutra.
Yeah.
Maybe take some
it's not even
classes.
That's porn is for. I'm sorry. I know y'all ears is older, but watch the porn videos. It will teach you a lot of stuff.
Okay. I'm gonna say this with my older ears and everything, and being older.
I know y'all got older ears, but
if you're watching the video, you should see our face.
Y'all was like, what?
Because it looked like our video froze. Like,
y'all
nonsense.
Like,
I'm not one for the
nonsense.
videos or anything. You know what? Sex to a woman is more internal.
It is.
We take things in. So we don't have to be like very visual with it. All we have to know is that you want us and that you want to be with us. Because if we feel that you did something, because we could not have sex with you because of something you did. And a guy could still want to have sex, and because it's external for him.
Mm-hmm.
It's internal. We got to feel it. So I say conversation. I'm not really for all the other stuff. But some people are, and that's for them. I'm not a fan of saying watch porn, because then that's another act you got to perform. And if you're not up for that act, don't do it. Mm-hmm. Because you will fail, because it's not you.
Right.
So don't.
Well, it's always good to set the scene. It's always good to be prepared. It is good to prep. You kind of work on your sexy, and we're going to talk about that. And maybe LaShawn could teach a course, because she is the most confident woman I know.
Yes.
Anyway, we're going to take a quick break and a sip. It's the Hey Girl Hey Pod. Get your cup. We're going to take a sip. The Hey Girl Hey podcast on Urban Media Today. Girl Talk next.